What's up, stock family? What's up, apes? What's up, AMC community? I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and I hope you all are ready for Monday because I think it's going to be crazy. All right, first and foremost, this is not financial advice. None of my videos are. All right, this is just my opinion, and let's get into it. Not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to tell you what I think. All right. So first and foremost, this is not clickbait. All right. APE cover up, the AMC cover up. I think that there is something there. There's been numerous occasions that this has happened in the stock market. Collusion, insider trading. We all know about the synthetics. All right. And what kills me is that whenever you have an opinion and you share it on YouTube and you make a video about it, people will, no matter what your opinion is, it seems like these days people will spin it and they will try to put a narrative on it. All right. Listen, I've got my way of trading. Everybody has their way of trading, and everybody's in AMC for their own reason. But it seems like that's why I think that there's a cover up, and they just get rid of APE, and all this just happens so quickly. It seems to me, this is my opinion, that, you do what you want with your money. I'm not telling you to buy the stock or sell the stock. All right. And I'm not bashing. That's what kills me too, is you guys will point at each other and say that you're bashing the CEO or this, that, and the other. Well, honestly, I mean, had everybody's got eyes, he could be doing a lot better. He could be speaking out a lot more. But, here's the thing, is that it feels like everybody has an agenda and everybody's kind of not really wanting to speak about what they're seeing. And like when they look at the charts, it's like, oh, dummy, it's because of 10 to the power of 1. You got 10 shares, you get 1 share, the split, don't you know? That's why it says $700 a share. Really? So, okay, fine. Then let's go with that, right? Let's go with that and say that you're right. But if you're right, these numbers better add up on Monday. And they better continue to add up, and the chart shouldn't change then. Oh no, you got to wait for a couple days. The short interest isn't right. All these numbers aren't right. Well, hasn't that been the story all along? That there's something not right with this stock. It's not trading right. There's a black market. Before, that was unheard of. That's not true. We'll come to find out there is synthetics. There is a black market, and it just seems like all of this is happening and the stock has done nothing but go down, and there's only a handful of people that are making money here, right? And Adam Aaron's one of them. So you got to be honest. And people are saying, well, these are the facts. None of this is factual. In fact, you got to have the DD. Well, the DD has never made sense for this stock, and everybody's DD is different. Your DD is going to be different than mine. And just because it is, doesn't mean that we should bash each other and say, oh, you've got an ultimatum, you're shorting, you're a shill, and all this kind of stuff. We got to come together as the AMC community. If you're in the stock, if you like it, if you're long, whatever, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. But you're able and you're totally allowed to say whatever you want or think is going on with the stock, as long as you're not pumping it. It's just crazy to me that we're all pointing fingers when the stock is continually going down. It's at all-time lows, and it's only getting worse. And now APE has never been, it seems like they don't ever want it to be like it was a thing, like it was never a thing. That's just how I see it. The stock price, the fundamentals, it's oversold. It's it's been oversold for a long time now, and it was oversold in the beginning. That's before all of this, before people were making videos on AMC. It was oversold and it was cheap, and that's what's happening now. And it was shorted, and that's what's happening now. So to me, the narrative is still there, and the reason to get into the stock is still there for a lot of people. I feel like we're thinking that something's not right. Maybe a cover up, maybe a whole lot of insider trading. And it doesn't always mean that we're pointing the finger at Adam Aaron, even though he's the biggest target. But let's not forget, I think a lot of people don't understand that come Monday, you're going to have, 6 million shares, right? That they have a cap on, and 3.8 million shareholders are going to be receiving their dividend, their new shares, right? So that's going to be between 1 to almost 2 shares each. So that's going to be a lot of shares. But if there's a lot of synthetics out there, that the institutions, the trading platforms, because we do know that they trade synthetics and they trade shares, just like whenever they converted some of the AMC to create APE, they had to write off some, and they're not going to turn away somebody who wants to buy 10,000 shares of APE. They're going to sign off on that. And, people don't believe that that's a thing. It's a thing. All right. And to me, it's never been fair. Another thing is Monday, with all this going on, it's going to really test the payment for order flows. All right. So I think that there's going to be some glitches possibly tomorrow with the markets. I think that some of these platforms could go down, such as Fidelity, the ones that aren't as strong, right? They could, or Robinhood. What happens if we have another Robinhood glitch, right? Does the stock drop, or do we get some of that momentum that we had before? Do they continue to short it down under $10? I'm going to try to keep this video short, but this is basically all my thoughts of what's going on. And it seems like there's a lot of storylines around AMC, and it's hard to cover them all. And it feels like something fishy is going on, because there's only, like I said, a handful of people that are making money here. The shorts have continuously made money, so I think a lot of people forget how much retail investors own of this stock. And we're only going to find out after the squeeze, right? Where, oh, wow, there was a lot of interest in that stock. I should have been in that play. Whatever your motive is, whatever your idea of the stock price and what it should be right now, is probably a lot higher than what it is right now, unless you're bearish on the stock. All right. But I just had to address a couple things, but it just seems like you're not able to talk about the stock price and how this chart doesn't make sense. You are able to. I'm here to tell anybody else that's watching this video, you're 100% able to. Warren Buffett, he talks about he's one of the biggest investors there is, and one of the most profitable investors of our generation, and he'll tell you about a stock. He's not scared to tell you what he thinks about it, if why he's invested in it, why you should or should not invest in something. So that kills me. You guys are pointing fingers at each other and telling each other that you can't have a certain opinion, when none of this makes sense right now. I mean, it's complete chaos right now that's going on with this stock, and you want to rely on DD. And listen, I've got some other DD for you at the end of this that I think could be a possibility that could be pretty exciting too, so everybody's got their own. Um, Everybody now seems like they're a financial advisor or a lawyer when it comes to this stock, when it comes to the lawsuits, when it comes to the splits, when it comes to, I know more than you know about the stock. Well, it seems like a lot of people aren't have gotten burned by the stock. Obviously, we've all lost money with the stock. That's another thing that wasn't really there before. But I think there's a lot more interest in the stock now because of that. And it seems like everybody wants to talk about sell, sell, sell. And I don't think anybody's thinking about seriously selling and taking a loss that most people have right now. It just seems like you can't have opinions, but I'm telling you, the smartest people in the world, like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Mark Cuban, they all have opinions about what they invest in, and they're very serious about it, and you should be too. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a crazy Monday, but I just want to reiterate something real quick, that the expenses, the experience, and ideas that people have, it's all different. We all experience life different, and we definitely experience the stock market different. So stop bashing each other about what you think, because that was the beautiful thing about this stock and investing in this stock before. Everybody thought that this stock was going to the moon. And I mean, now more than ever, the stock price is ridiculous. And so your idea of what the stock price should be ridiculous as well. But let's get into some good news, all right? And then I'll tell you a little bit of something that I think could happen. Probably won't, but it'd be cool. If you don't know, today is National Cinema Day, so you could have gotten a $4 movie ticket, but by the close of business on Sunday, Barbie should sit atop somewhere around 1.3 billion. Before the end of its theatrical run, Barbie will add another 50 to 60 million, conservatively speaking, and should easily pass 1.39 billion. They're not sure if it's going to top the 1.4, but that is good news. And I wanted to pull up something else here. Yeah. $2 billion in 2023 for this movie, Barbie. We haven't seen that since 2019, I think. Could be wrong on that. But I had another article that I wanted to pull up. I thought, let's go back. Let me pull it up. Anyways, I think I remember it. It's from the Gran Turismo movie. Some more good news that I think opened up at 17 million for the weekend. I could be wrong, but it's basically running right there with Barbie. So I think AMC has some good news in the future. They're obviously going to continue to short the stock, so there's a lot of risk in this stock, and I think they're trying to get it under $10 or $9. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. If we get a bounce here, I think that we're due for some relief in the stock, but it's been on the threshold now for months. The stock will continue to be on the threshold. So that's something else to consider. Not that it ever mattered. Again, with the DD, not a lot of the DD matters. The stock is just highly manipulated, and a lot of people have lost a lot of money on this stock, and there's a lot of hate, anger, and discontent flying around. Everybody's got an opinion, but ultimately, I think people are still buying the stock, and there's a lot of interest in the stock, and there is some good things around the corner, I feel like. Also, to wrap this up, something that would be cool to think about, Adam Aaron does like buying businesses or investing in other businesses, right? Such as the gold mining. Something to consider. There is a company, there's a stock, can't think of the ticker symbol, but it is Chicken Soup for the Soul. I've invested in that stock a little bit here and there. It has taken a beating. That stock, the company, they own a couple different companies and names, such as the Chicken Soup for the Soul, but they also own Redbox. And, you know, something could come of that. Somebody could create, I don't know if that could help AMC, but I feel like if they were to go into a better direction with the streaming, AMC could be a beast there. So something to consider. If they did some type of move like that, I think it would be a positive move for the stock, because that company is considering selling itself and considering bankruptcy. So something to consider. But all in all, AMC, one of the most popular stocks out there, one of the most highly traded stocks. Monday, it's going to be one of the most demanded stocks, on-demand stocks. A lot of people are going to be buying into this. People are going to be selling as well, but I feel like the bottom is near, and that's just my opinion, but I feel like there's also a lot of fishy stuff going on. So let me know what you guys think. Sorry for making the video so long. If you made it this far, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Y'all take it easy. Buckle up. Get ready for Monday. Y'all stay blessed.